What do you know? What do you know? Apparently, my black card is being revoked right now. It is, man. It's a crime to be a black person and a Trump supporter in 2025. It's just not okay. Don Lemon says, quote, "I don't think that you can be black and be a rational MAGA person." Now, before we get into that BS, I want y'all to see this unhinged meltdown from actor Tyrese. He went on a random long-winded rant against black people, Latinos, veterans, and 9/11 victims who voted for Donald Trump and blamed the stock market and the current state of the economy on us. Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all who I am.
Who are you, my guy?
All of the Latinos for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
All of the blacks for Trump. All of the veterans for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
All of the victims and families of 9/11 for Trump. All of the people that's still driving around in a Cybertruck, Tesla, whatever the case may be. You know, there's people out here laughing at you right now.
What did Tyrese mean when he just said 9/11 for Trump, or all the people with 9/11 and Trump? What did he mean?
You know, there's people out here laughing at you right now. Who that man is was on full display on the first go round. Now listen, there's a lot of people that says, look, I don't care about none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Trump gonna help us to get money. Well, y'all see the economy, you see the stock market, you see what's going on, you see all of this unprecedented amount of power and access he's given to a man named Elon Musk because he donated over $250 million to his campaign.
This is the problem, right? Just created the conclusion. Now, I have no doubt that Elon Musk's, I can't even say it, contributions contributed to their relationship significantly. However, you also have to give Elon Musk credit for what he's been able to accomplish. And also, he's employed American workers, these same people that you're talking about right now. It's crazy.
Campaign. I didn't really know that politicians were actually for sale, but we're experiencing this in real time. I'm going to give you an early prediction. In the history of Trump, he has pretty much had fallen outs with every political figure in every position of anyone he has ever hired. They've all sued him. They've all tried to expose him.
False. All that's false. I'm not saying that you don't have people out there that actually attempted to do so, but no, everybody that worked for Donald Trump was not like that at all. You have people who, and in fact, it's a lot of people from the Democratic side, Democrat Party, that decided to jump ship and join Donald Trump. Now, I won't disagree that he did have a lot of back and forth with a lot of people, but I'll argue that it's because he's not what the establishment wants. He's somebody who came into the presidency with money. Okay, so he's somebody who didn't need to be bribed, honestly, didn't even need to be the president. He could be sitting on the yacht doing whatever, the case may be. So because they can't bribe this guy either with political gestures or gaining certain positions or financial gestures, guess what? He's a threat to democracy, to their democracy, because when you start to break down everything that Donald Trump has accomplished, not only for the black community, but for America, come on, dog. Of course, there's going to come up some ups and downs. That doesn't mean I'm going to agree with every single perspective. I'm not somebody who blindly follows. And I wouldn't describe everybody who supports Donald Trump as somebody who blindly follows. But specifically for black people, if we follow them, we apparently can't be rational. That's according to Don Lemon.
It's the same thing when I see not all black Republicans, but I see a black MAGA person who is carrying Donald Trump's water and they know that he's lying. It is the shortest line to the front. Because if you're black and you're whatever, you're just in line with a bunch of other Democrats that are doing the same thing that you're doing. But if you become a black MAGA person, it's like, whoa, let's book this person, let's put him on television. So
nah, that's not the truth. I mean, I haven't got put on television whatsoever. And nobody like, oh, look at the black guy who support that never really happened. I'm not saying that my race hasn't been pointed out, my ethnicity hasn't been pointed out, but whatever.
Let's book this person. Let's put him on television.
So you don't
Let's
think you can
promote-
be a sincere black MAGA person?
No, I just said I don't think that. I just said I think there can be sincere Republicans.
But you can't be a sincere black Republican?
I don't think that you can be a rational MAGA, be black and be a rational MAGA person. I think you can be black and be a Republican.
I think they would find that very insulting.
Well, I mean, the
Yes, I
truth is
do.
often insulting. It's the same thing when I see.
Oh my gosh, the truth is often insulting. Truth is, my guy, you guys are delusional. However, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite and be, oh, my feelings are hurt. You know why? Because I'll sit here and go Democrat, liberal, yada 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 all day. I'm not gonna sit here and just get all whoop. However, I will say, just to the just framing this to the black community and generalizing anybody who supports Donald Trump as basically irrational, I will 100% disagree with that. In fact, I would like to argue that a lot of irrationality comes from the other side. I mean, just think about it. It's blatant contradictions. You're a pastor and you support abortion. I'm just saying. You support, multiple genders. You can't even tell us what a woman is. You support the butchering of our children, including black children, which also can be taken away from, parents, man and woman. You supported all of that. Come on, man. And you say that we aren't rational because I think that, there's a man, there's a woman. That man doesn't deserve to be in that woman's bathroom, and that woman shouldn't be in a man's bathroom. If he's such an expert on everything black, why did he marry a white guy? Ultra MAGA Joyce Day says. Not that I care, but I mean, that's just put out in the universe. What is this? For those who were not taught history, on this day, March 20th, 1854, the Republican Party of the United States of America was founded in a schoolhouse in Ripon, Wisconsin, purpose to counter the Democrats' plan to expand slavery in America. But I can't be rational in support. Now, okay. I know what can be rational to a lot of people. This first half of the shirt. For whatever reason, this is a true statement to me. I'm not gonna just wear this. I know I'm gonna get. Hey, let's start the beef. I don't care. Let's start the beef in the comment section. And I like flats. If we talking about the wings, y'all, what? It just be the seasoning for me. I don't know what it is. Tacos do be looking good, but that, in addition to that, it'd be the texture of the bread. But anywho, listen, I don't want to be sounding foodophobic right now and to the left right now. Worried about seasoning change. Now, Don, which y'all didn't get to see in that Bill Maher and Don Lemon clip that I can't get the show for copyright reasons, is that he went on to say how Jasmine Crockett and AOC should be propped up more within the Democratic Party because that's what the people are feeling. That's who the people of America feels within the Democratic, I guess, party. They feel like those are the two who can lead the party. And he also alluded to how black people agree with that, specifically black women as well.
Texas, what are y'all doing? Are y'all really proud of the representation y'all getting from Jasmine Crockett? I'm serious. Are y'all proud at the way Jasmine Crockett carries herself in Congress? Jasmine Crockett is a racist, trashy, ghetto piece of mess. Yep, I said it. Y'all get mad at me all y'all want. I stand 10 toes down on what I said. I said it, I meant it.
So one might look at this, a Democrat might look at this and go, but hey, aren't you exuding the same thing that you're accusing her of being? To that, I'll say valid. Yes, I'll agree with you, Democrat, but I'll also say, watch how she takes accountability.
She's a ghetto, trashy, racist piece of crap. Jasmine Crockett's mouth is completely filthy to be in Congress. For her to be representing the American people, her mouth is filthy. She don't even know when to cut it off. I don't care what she say at home and how she talk at home, but when you're in Congress representing the people of the United States of America, representing the people of your district, you should know how to act and how to control yourself. Her mouth is ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong. My mouth can be ridiculous sometimes, but I'm not in Congress. I'm not representing a certain district of people who put me in office. And you can best believe if I was, I would know how to act and how to carry myself. Even if you disagree with someone, you should know how to carry yourself. Jasmine Crockett is a piece of ghetto trash. And I'm so sick of y'all out here telling myself, oh, Jasmine Crockett is a strong black woman. Jasmine Crockett don't take no mess. Oh, Jasmine Crockett, she'll tell you off. Jasmine Crockett is a ghetto piece of trash who do not know how to control herself or do not know how to act in Congress. And
one thing that I teach my kids is even I'm not saying that Jasmine did anything physical, but just for the sake of making sure you understand the point, this is the example I was telling them. I say, hey, you don't put your hands on your brother or don't put your hands on your sister, whatever. And I say, just because they made you upset doesn't mean that they caused you to put your hands on them. That's you're directly responsible for your reaction. How they make you feel, yeah, that's one thing, but how they make you feel can't force you to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take 100% responsibility for that. And also, responding physically to like that is a sign of weakness. It means you can't control your emotions. You can't control yourself, right? So why am I saying all this? You got the Jasmine Crockett out here going, we'll calling everybody this, that, and the third, be this, F you to Elon Musk. She all had with the accents and everything, code switching and all that, or whatever the case may be. Like, she out here really doing all of these things. And I understand that there's time and place, but for me, I don't look at that as strong. I look at that as a sign of weakness. You can't control yourself to a point. I mean, you can't control yourself and articulate your frustration a lot better than just. Now, we all human. I'm not saying that won't be moments and spouts of it, but there's a consistent trend. Let's move on. This woman right here. This lovely lady was called a traitor from other black people because she called the Democrats out on their BS. Trust me, I too know what this feels like.
So yeah, I was called a traitor today on Facebook. I was called a traitor by people that look like me because I called the Democrats out on their bullshit. So because I still have my humanity and I still have compassion and empathy, I'm no longer part of the black community anymore. I lost my black card, y'all, because I stand for border security. And I'm
not trying to be funny, but she low-key looked like she can be Jasmine Crockett's cousin. She's intellectually far from it.
Because I stand for border security. And I believe if you're born a man, you're a man. If you're born a woman, you're a woman. And those are the two genders. I just believe that. You're either a boy or you're either a girl.
Me too.
I also believe that men or boys should not participate in girls or women's sports.
Ding, 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 ding,
but
ding,
because
ding, ding.
I believe these things, I am a traitor to my people. So yeah, I'm no longer part of the black community.
It's just crazy, man. You know, you think about people, prominent figures in the black community. Martin Luther King was all about uplifting the black community and fighting for economic justice and equality and opportunities for everybody. Of course, he was a champion in the black community for sure. Of course, you know, the I Dream speech, and he emphasized racial equality. But he also highlighted economic issues as a central part of freedom. And you see what Donald Trump is doing. I mean, come on, opportunity zones. I mean, when we talk about black people specifically and Donald Trump, you know, I feel like it's important to emphasize on how we, if we're going to talk about the black community, how we've been trying to evolve and look at how we've been able to do so, not just with Donald Trump, but we just want to negate all of this progress for whatever reason. I don't get it. Come on, criminal justice reform through the First Step Act, which is also something that Martin Luther King championed for. I mean, I just want to bring it to the level that we all understand, right? I'm just tired of everybody making everything about race. Until black women talk positively and logically about conservative black women and men in your discussions, like Candace so-and-so, Officer Tatum, your thinking and commentary are extremely limited, this guy suggests.
I got a question to the black people, to the black women, to all the black women out there that's doing all this about Jasmine Crockett, saying all of this, and how y'all saying people like me, we just don't want to see a black woman in power. We don't want to see anybody black in power. That's a lie. Because it's very competent people that are very politically sound that you should make a priority over Jasmine Crockett. I don't hear none of y'all talking about Candace Owens.
Of course they not.
I don't hear none of y'all talking about Byron Donalds. I don't hear none of y'all talking about Sheldon Daniels. Why? Because they not pandering to that ghetto shit that y'all got going on. A lot of black people, we don't want to think logically. We want to think emotionally. And right now, people like Jasmine Crockett, they getting their point across by hitting y'all emotionally. And the emotion that they hitting is the ghetto side of y'all. That's what y'all like to see. Y'all don't want to see somebody talk with political sense like Candace Owens. Y'all don't want to see somebody talk with political sense like Byron Donald. Y'all don't want to see nobody talk with political sense like Sheldon Daniels. That ain't what the fuck y'all want to see. Y'all want to see somebody that's going to keep up the same ghetto shit that y'all got going on instead of making y'all become responsible enough to realize it's okay to be ghetto, but that shit got its own time and designated place. And in politics, that ain't the time nor the place. That's why y'all don't want to follow behind Candace. That's why y'all don't want to follow behind Sheldon Daniels. That's why y'all don't want to follow behind Byron Donalds. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm just going to keep that shit real. That's what the fuck really going on. It ain't.
Yep, it's just because they not speaking the same lingo. They not talking the same. Woo, woo, woo. Because they're actually coming to you, talking to you like this. Clear, concise sentences. Citizen, able to be challenged and also challenge perspectives, do it with integrity. But because they aren't race baiting or doing any grifting or any fear mongering, yeah, and they also challenge us. They're black, so of course they speak on the black community. But because they do that, they get kicked out of the black community. But if you're white and you speak on the black community, and all they talk about, including myself, not saying that I'm in the same category as these, caliber as these wonderful people. All we trying to do is just preach empowerment and stop begging. Okay? Like, everybody think reparations it has to be through the form of a check, but like, come on, dog. Like, just look at the progress we made. Like, you know. I think about people like Tupac. I just think about my heroes, some of the people that I grew up with, right, listening to, and they talked about, black people, express for black people to have more control over our own lives and our economic futures and things of that nature. And I think about stuff like, efforts to lower taxes and reduce regulations on businesses, which can also help create a climate where people like myself, black people, could pursue business ownership, entrepreneurship. I mean, that's the type of stuff we look past. Oh, bro, why would you say Tupac? I'm just saying, dog, that's the type of stuff that he used to talk about. I mean, other stuff too, agree, disagree. He was a young man, but I'm just saying. We want to look past all that. Now, I want to bring y'all back to this clip that surfaced sometime last year, I believe. Yep. Where here's a black man's experience at a Trump rally. Despite all the fear-mongering, this is what he experienced.
Bro, I just had my man. There was a Trump rally out in Long Island. I had my man Jamar Milton go on behalf of the God Pod with Lord Jamar on YouTube. He said it was packed as fuck. He said, as a black man, he felt no racism whatsoever out there. They actually brought him in type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he felt welcomed to be there by the people that was there. Who he didn't feel welcomed by were the demonstrators that were against Trump. They were the ones looking at him like, oh, what are you doing over there? Like, and he didn't have any Trump regalia or anything like that. He was just there to do interviews, just to say, why are you voting for Trump? Why are you voting for Kamala? Like, and he was being harassed by what we have now termed as radical Democrats, okay? Because there are radical Democrats out there. What do you think that was who tried to assassinate Trump? Those are radical Democrats. Y'all are acting like the Republicans are the ones with the guns and all that, but radical Democrats have now twice tried to kill this nigga.
More than that, actually, since this video. But it's the fear mongering, man. That's all they holding on to. I mean, let's take it back to You see that? I'm over here sounding like a. Anywho, let's take it back to Don Lemon and show y'all, man. He was always strung and struck by this TDS virus. He was one of the early. He was the prototype to handling it, low-key.
And this is for anyone who may be taken aback by my comments. I want to be very clear here. I don't really care if you are. I hope you are. For years now, it has been, 2.5 years since he officially entered the political arena. For years, I and others have been trying to tell you, the American people, that this man was exhibiting bigoted behavior. I asked him about it a number of times and he denied it, but kept up the racist rhetoric and behavior throughout the campaign and now while he's in the White House. His supporters made excuses, continue to make excuses for him. Some of them people I personally know. Some of them are his friends, as a matter of fact, and I can hear them now telling me, oh, Donald didn't mean that. Donald isn't a racist, or just people who don't know him. I think it was taken out of context. I'm not sure. How many examples do you need of this? But he is a racist. And for all of you who over the last few years have uttered that tired, lazy, uninformed, uneducated, ignorant response of calling me and others who point out racist behavior racists, you know what you can go do? I can't say that, but you can go read a book, a history book, because you might learn that people from some of those shithole countries were slaves who were brought here by force to help build this country, and then start your learning process from there. You also might want to do some self-examination. What does it say about you that no matter what, you continue to make excuses for this man, for his vile behavior, this sort of vile behavior? Doesn't that make you just as bad, if not worse, than him? And I have to be honest, I was not shocked that Donald Trump reportedly called the majority of black and Hispanic countries or continents shitholes. I wasn't shocked. I'm not. I'm really not outraged by it. I'm not outraged. I'm tired of being outraged, as a matter of fact. I've been outraged too many times. It's more important to be strategic than to be outraged. Some people can be outraged, but it's more important for level-headed people to be strategic rather than outraged. Otherwise, it becomes a sky is falling situation every time he says something dumb or stupid or racist. Here's why I'm not outraged. Because people of color warned you. You called us racists or race baiters.
Yep, that's what you are.
I'm not mad that you call me those things because I'm not one of them. So why are you mad if someone calls you a racist if you know you're not one? Think about that. If you know you're not a racist, then why are you mad about it when someone calls out racism?
It can be not calls out racism. You said when you are being accused of being a racist. Calling out racism in general is one thing, but calling somebody racist is another thing. Obviously, if you're seeing racism, that means it involves somebody being racist. But anywho, if maybe people are tired of being called something that they're not on a regular, on a baseless ideology.
What does that say about you? You know what those black and brown folks who you call racist are saying now? They're saying you bought it, you own it. And as we say in the South, and you know what this means, bless your heart.
And you see, he's been fired since then, and we know why. Go check out somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Also, man, same thing. Please think for yourselves. Don't let nobody tell you how to think based on this.